Okay then, welcome everyone into the chat, and good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you may be in the world at this current point in time. Welcome to Charging League Racing. My name is GingerNut1007, better known as Cal, and tonight we're going to be heading towards the blistering fast streets of the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Tonight, as I say, Saudi Arabia, and it was first on the calendar in 2021. This 6.174 kilometre circuit blasts around 27 corners, making a true test of precision and bravery with 25 laps ahead of us here tonight. Drivers will have to master the low, medium and high speed corners while keeping their wits about them through the ever-present DRS trains down the circuit's 3 long straights. Strategy will be a crucial factor with a 20-second pit stop, making a big loss and make every decision count throughout today's race. The soft and medium strategy is probably expected to be a strong choice, possibly the medium hard, but we will see through in a very near amount of time, won't we? However, with the fast approaching walls punishing any small mistake made by Jens, a safety car interruption is very highly likely, which could potentially shake up our grid order here tonight. Looking at past CLR results, there's one name that has to stand out here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, and that name is Sleepy Sloth 9373. A big name, everyone knows him in CLR, and he has dominated the early seasons here in Jeddah, securing victories in Season 1 Round 3 and Season 2 Round 1, proving his absolute mastery of the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Lone Star as well added his name to the winners lists in round 3 of round 15, while Racebrower clinched victory in Friday Season 3 opener, so the first race ever for Friday tier. Racebrower did claim that beautiful trophy out the Corniche circuit. With the championship fight heating up in both tiers. What is it, tiers? Not both tiers? Yes, both tiers. Friday tier as well. But also the constructors and drivers. Apart from the constructors. Constructors has been a bit dominated by McLaren, which we are missing ones here today, as you might see. Will we see someone bring a new crown to the Jeddah Corniche circuit? Will Racebrower be able to show his previous dominance, or will history be repeating itself? It is time to find out, as we are already nearly 30 seconds in to this qualifying session, and we haven't seen a car go out yet, but that looks like a Haas team getting ready to send out one of their cars out, and that will be Dino Stan. So Dino Stan will be your first driver out on track here today, and as you might see there with the tyre menu, that is a medium compound tyre has been strapped onto that Haas car. And in chat, we have a lot of people already joining us here for today's race. So let's have a look who we've got. We have Jens. He says, hello Jens, hello. Nice to see you in chat. We have 21. He's pumped up and ready to go. And Ellie's also there, saying she has a love-hate relationship with this track, but look forward to the challenge. That is what we like to hear there. We like to hear our drivers are prepared and ready to go for a challenging circuit. We know it's a challenging circuit because Sleepy Sloth can do well around here, so anyone can beat it. We will see in the near future. But for now, we are just going to have a quick look. Doesn't look like anyone is wanting an invite at this current moment in time. So we will get on the way with commentating over this lovely qualifying session here in Jeddah. First out on track, we have a Dino Stan, and then right up behind his chuff is Psycho Lemmy, and even closer to his chuff is the other Red Bull of Banana. So, Banana, we saw him for the first time last week, which was another night, and that was at Monza, the long straight circuit. Very much different to this track, but he knows the DRS at Monza's advantage, and he was going to get it there, but Psycho Lemmy said, nah, stuff you, and he wants the DRS. So, already playing a little bit of a game, as actually, Banana and, who was that? That's Dino Stan and the Haas, both put into the pit lane, so they decide not going to run the mediums for their first lap, and go, so it'll be Psycho Lemmy. So Psycho Lemmy, first out on a fresh, nice set of softs, going to be set the quickest lap time, obviously, first out on track, but it'll be the banker. Everyone else now has to be the lap time set by what do they call them? The Silver Fox? Is it the Silver Fox? I think that's Racebrower. Either way, Psycho Lemmy on the softs, flying through Sector 1, hitting those apexes and a little bit of the wall perfectly. Does he touch the outside curb? He does. A little bit of a lift there. Maybe he's a little bit nervous, and he is. as he has a big drift. We've seen that before. Psycho Lemmy, the drift master, as I like to know him as, has drifted through Sector 1. And right behind him is one of the Alpine duos. That's Max here, who has invalidated his first lap. So the first 2 out on track to set a lap time won't be. Then you have MJB right behind them. He's on an out lap. Then it is, who's that next behind them? It looks like a V-carb, and it is Baba. That is very well cheered on by who I'm going to call Rico Kiri? We're just going to call it Rico in chat. Dino Stan and Banana have a Quali band. That is very true. They do both have Quali bands. If you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't have known either, because I completely forgot. I'm not going to lie. Banana, not Banana. We were just talking to Banana. Baba, he is normally cheered on by the man that is actually replacing a car today. So he watched us on the CLR chat. So you're in CLR chat and you want to join in. This is what this Rico man did in the Mercedes. He's joined in. He's in the pit lane at the moment, but he was a big fan of the man in the V-carb, currently P6, but he'll be our first driver to set a lap time. This is what, 4 minutes into the qualifying session? He'll be the first one, and he's also going to get a gorgeous slipstream from that Aston Martin in front of him towards the end of his lap time, setting a 29.4, which, if we look at towards our practice session, isn't the quickest. In practice, we saw 28.0, and yeah, we have seen it be beaten by Humph. Still a second off of the practice times, though. So, Humph is still a little bit off, and so is Baba. Let's bank a lap. First lap. They don't want to show how good they actually are, do they? Next across the line, the man who was in pole. It was Tim, but he's invalidated, so he'll be having to go again, and it looks like he is. Then we have a V-carb. That V-carb is Ellie, but she's also invalidated, so she'll be going again. We have seen a lot of invalidations so far. Carl, we haven't seen invalidate, though. 21 in the V-carb. The teammate, Bubba, he's in P2 currently. 21 does go 1.6 seconds off the pace, but he does set a purple sector 3. So is he running lower wings? That could be what he is doing here, though. Lower wings, quick down sector 3, slow down sector 1. It is a strategy we'll probably see played out here today. Next is Race Brower. He's starting his lap. And then we had a Skull come across the line right behind Race Brower. 4 tenths off of Humph at the moment in the Aston Martin. Lovely green car. We've seen the 2025 car now, and that is a beautiful car. That Aston Martin definitely improving from this year's car, as you can see here. Who do we have next? We have next, and he's shown us who's next, Camilo in the Scarlet Red Ferrari. That is a good lap time, 28.5, still 5 tenths off of the practice lap time, but still very good. We then have an Alpine. Has the Alpine invalidated? No, it was Max Deer. Validated his first lap, he's gone again, and he's currently 1.4 seconds off the pace. Puts that Alpine to P5, very good from him, he'll be happy with that. Who have we got next? That's another V-carb, and that will be, I'm assuming, Baba on a second lap. No, he's going for another lap. He is going for another lap. Who was after that? That's Humph going for another lap. Then we have the car of a Red Bull. That is Furious Appy. Ooh, what was that? That's a very slow-moving Williams in Sector 2 there of Reggie. Didn't think he'll be here today, but he's made it, so good for Reggie. Nice to have you back on track again for another week out, Reggie. Nice to see you. But, yeah, he was very slow-moving through Sector 2 there. That was about, or what turn was that? Turn 17? Turn 16, around there? I'm going to butcher these corners because I don't know. Tim sets a lap time quite far off the pace. So does Ellie, far off the pace at the moment. Clearly they're just a bank lap time, and it does look like Ellie is absolutely bombing it through Sector 1 at the moment. She is going for another lap. Her teammate, though, Race Brower, he's just set it right at the front of the field. So he's currently P1 in the standings at the moment, though. Race Brower is P3, and he is just showing what pace he has, and he chucks that kick Sauber into P1. Impressive from him. Still 5 tenths off the pace, and he's a little bit ahead of Camilo, but a good lap time. Also, who come across the line next was Jens. Jens has put that car into P3. That Alpine is actually quite quick, not shown by Max here, shown by Jens, his teammate. So good lap time from Jens. He'll be looking to improve for sure. Is that about his lap time in qualifying? No. In qualifying during practice, he did a 28.7. So he's got 2 attempts to find if we're looking at what he did in practice, possibly. Then we have a Bubba. He's going another lap time. Did improve. 3 tenth improvement. Doesn't improve his position, but it does improve his time. So good for him. Who was next? That was a Mercedes. And that is Humph going for another lap. I did just see someone else pop up. Oh, Furious Appy! The man in the Red Bull beats the junior team in the 21. 1.9 seconds off the pace. Not bad from him. He'd be happy with that, I think. That's actually quite a good lap time from Furious Appy. He's not our quickest driver, but he's pretty consistent. And if he's consistent enough, especially around here, you're fine. You will definitely score some good results. I always going to go to Ellie, but The man that has currently just taken the provisional pole off of Raceborough is Tim in the Haas, stepping in for the man I quite like to see on the track, Nivy, who's not here at the moment, but who's stepping in for him very quick, Tim, 28.3, it's good lap time. Then we had Ellie, who was before Tim, but she is flying, currently 6/10 off the pace, but P6, so it doesn't matter. She's still up there for a very competitive lap time. Humph has also gone a bit quicker, who's currently glued to that outside wall, trying to get out of the way of that Red Bull that flies past you right there and then. Reggie, there he is, with his teammate. They clearly had a bit of a DRS train. We've seen that pretty much every single race so far this season. But Reggie, P4, first half of the slipstream. George, P8, not the most quickest in qualifying, but he is up from P8, so that's not bad from the man from Luton in the Red Bull. He's not in the Red Bull, he's in a Williams. Who else are we seeing setting an interesting lap time that I want to see? MJB is, ooh, what's happened to Rico? Let me have a quick check in the Discord. I don't want to see him losing out any time as I quickly have a look in the Thursday chat. Hope he's okay. He said good luck to everyone, so we're going to send him another invite and see if he's okay. And there we go. He can join back in whenever he can. But MJB is the man I wanted to see setting a quick lap time because he hasn't set one yet. And he's skidding through what turn is that? That looks to me like turn 16, 17 chicane. Will he be able to catch up that little bit of time he lost through that drift? Through the second DRS straight we have, or through the first DRS straight, I should say. Nope, because someone who has gone very quick is the man in the McLaren, the single man. He's flying the flag for the Papaya team here today. Has just gone P1. 700ths ahead of the Haas driver. That was a very, very quick lap time. 28.2. Still 2/10 off what we've seen in qualifying in practice. On that one-shot qualifying. That was set by Tim. But your boy Hobden wasn't there. And he is showing that he can still do it. But, but MJB has come across the line and said, nah, to all of you, he was at qualifying during practice, but he DSQ'd, and we have seen him DSQ once so far this qualifying session, but he set a 28.1, so he's getting closer and closer to the place here in qualifying tonight. Next is not Camilo, it's Psycho Lemmy. Hasn't set a lap time yet, and he is not going to set a lap time. He's had a bit of an unlucky season so far here this season in CLR. He'll be looking to improve as Reggie pulls into the pit lane, just across the line, and pit limiter on, obviously. That is what you want to see him doing. Don't want to see him speeding in the pit lane. It's a bit embarrassing, especially if I catch it on stream. Show him off a little bit. But who else have we got setting an interesting lap time that we might want to see? One of these people that we might want to see, Max Deer, boss man. He is number 21 in that Alpine, flying through Sector 2 here. Is he improving? Oh, bet he is. 7/10 up through Sector 2. He is absolutely flying in this Alpine. He's just got the fast bit of the sector, the sector of the lap to do. And this is the easiest bit, in my opinion. It's just a straight line. Get your DRS line right. He could be on for a very, very quick lap time here. Through the final turn 27 this is, flying up towards the line. Is he going to be able to set a competitive lap time? Is it going to be an improvement? Overall, 5/10 improvement. It does improve his position by 1, putting him ahead of Skull. P12 at the moment. So only 1.2 seconds off the pace now instead of 1.7. So he's improved. He just wants that track improvement in the minute, doesn't he? Of course he wants the track improvement. Let's have a look back in the Twitch chat. 14 viewers. If any of you aren't followed to the CLR Twitch, make sure you do. Obviously, at the moment, we have 79, and we want 80 as our goal. So if you haven't dropped a follow on the CLR Twitch yet, make sure you do, because that will make us reach our goal. And then maybe we could reach for 100 followers. Maybe that's a bit brave, but if we could reach 100 followers by maybe the end of February, how many days we got left? 8 days to the end of February? I think we can do that. So if you haven't dropped a follow in the CLR Twitch yet, make sure you do that as soon as possible. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, if you enjoy what you see, do drop a follow. Do drop a follow. And there is a follow. There is a follower goal met, and that was set by Ellie. So Ellie, one of our drivers, hadn't followed, and she now is. So we've met the follower goal. So thank you, Ellie, for that. We will now set a new follower goal, just because Ellie has matched it. So well done to Ellie. You are the one that matched our follower goal. Thank you very much for that. Hopefully you'll get some good luck in the race now, hey? Hopefully that'll be good for you. Moving on, though. We have Tim in the Haas coming again for another flying lap. Currently 1.6 off the pace, looking to improve for sure. Right behind him is the Mercedes driver of Rico. Like I said, he was a big Bubba fan back in the Twitch chat. He wanted to join in with the action, so he did. Joined off the link in the Twitch bio, and he is here. He is flying through Sector 1, but he has gone off there. You can see him running a little bit wide, so he's going to have to cool down again and probably go again for another flying lap. Who won't be cooling down, though, is Tim. Purple Sector 1. He is absolutely flying at the moment in this Haas. We know he's quick. We've seen it in practice. We will 100% see it again. Definitely seeing a quick driver here. And obviously there's a lot of quick drivers in CLR. Not compared to when I used to race in Thursday when I was one of the quicker ones. I think I'd be embarrassed, I would say. I think I'd be embarrassed. But at the moment, Tim, purple Sector 1, purple Sector 2. He is flying. He is absolutely flying in this Haas. He's got 4 minutes 30 to finish this qualifying. I don't think he needs this extra time. This has been one of the most hooked up laps I've seen in a very long time. Through lap, turn 27 now, up towards the start finish line. It looks like a good lap time on the timing score, and it is 27.8, 3 tenths ahead of MJB25, our championship leader at this current point in the season. Is he our championship leader? Have I just lied to you? Nope, he is. He's a championship leader by 1 point, but Tim is now our pole sitter by 3 tenths, so he's very quick. And Ellie says she doesn't realise that she was following till now. No worries, Ellie, you're following now. You will get a nice notification from Twitch when we go live. Obviously, you're there anyway, so it doesn't matter. But for Friday tier, when you're not joining in, obviously, not able to join in all the time, but when you're not joining in on Friday tier, you might be able to listen in to watch George have a little bit of a waffle over some lovely F1 enthusiasts on a little F1 game. And a lot of these drivers, very, very quick, as we have seen, and we are seeing again right now. Tim, B1, absolutely flying. Psycho Lemmy, though, is one I would like to see second quick qualifying lap time. At the moment, in the standings, he's only P13, beating his teammate, P18. Lemmy had a good result at Australia, getting P5, and the only other time he scored points so far this season was round 2 at Abu Dhabi, which I believe I was there for. I believe I commentated Abu Dhabi. I think I missed Mexico, and that was covered by Sleepy Stuff. So yeah, Abu Dhabi, he was there, P11, so he's not had a good season so far this year, but he can easily improve it here today. I think I said that last time out, and he retired, so I hope I haven't jinxed you again, Psycho Lemmy. And I think the other Ferrari retired. And the other Ferrari at the moment, P4. And as he pulls into the pit lane. Time is running out of this qualifying session here at the moment, though. We have 2 minutes, 43 seconds and a yellow flag. And that is Psycho Lemmy. As I say, him could have a big improvement this season. He smashes into the wall by looks of it and loses his entire front wing. So I have jinxed you for 2 races in a row. I apologise, Lemmy. Hopefully the race will be better for you. And I haven't just jinxed it for you once again. Looking at the track at the moment, there is a flying car, and it is 20. He's on an outlap, though. The other V car, though, he's not on an outlap. The one that you might, if you watch the F1 75 live event, you would have known it as the Visa Cash App Racing Bull. He is flying. He isn't improving at the moment. Looks like he's cooling, and he is cooling. He doesn't have much time left in the session. When he comes across the line now, it'll probably be his last and only lap time that he will have left, as there is a wheel in the middle of turn 27. He's just driven through it, though, so good on him. I don't know whose wheel that is. I think it was Psycho Lemmy, as Psycho Lemmy is out of qualifying. He'll actually come out behind the 2 qualifying band drivers, so he's had a shocker. But Bubba's going again. You will see pretty much everyone, apart from 2, are on outlaps. Now only 1, Furious Appy, the only one that hasn't gone back out for a final push lap. Is that a bad omen? I hope not for him, because you need to get that final push lap, as both the Alpines are just trying to dodge and weave out of the way of that is the Mercedes of not Rico, that is of Humph. There's a lot of just wobbling and squabbling, but at the moment, our first couple of cars are out setting a lap time, and the first one, Reggie, he is now the lead car of the Williams duo, and he is in P6. His teammate right behind him, P10, they're going to be setting a quick lap time. It looks like Furious Appy won't. Oh, no, he is. Furious Appy has come out on the track. Only a minute remaining. He does not have time to get around. So Furious Appy's qualifying is over. P30 in the maximum for him. Unless he can somehow get around this track in a minute. I'll be very surprised and I'll be very impressed as well. Ellie, P9 at the moment. She's setting another quick lap time. She's just got onto it. So Sector 1 she's in the moment. We will catch back up for her when she comes around to the end. MJB and Race Blower also going for a lap time. And the McLaren of your boy Hobnob, or Captain, is also going for another lap. The only Ferrari left, Camilo, setting and starting his last and only lap time of qualifying. No, he has set a lap time. Camino has set a lap time. Bubba, he's going for a lap time with the Alpine duo right and eagerly behind them. Who is the lead Alpine? Well, that's what we want to know, and it's Jens. Jens is the lead Alpine, and that is Bubba abandoning in his lap time. So Bubba qualifying over P8 for him at best. The Mercedes behind him, Humph, he'll be setting a lap time. But first ones to come across our line to set an actual competitive lap time at the end of qualifying will be Reggie. Reggie and his teammate George Gamer will be our first drivers to set a quick lap time. Reggie, here he comes, up to the start finish line. Does he improve his lap time? Yes, he does. 3/10 up to P3. Reggie, that's a very impressive lap time. His teammate is abandoning his lap. Ellie retires through the one of the final chicanes of turn 22, 23 complex, so she's out of qualifying, but Reggie's up to P3. Then we have a Red Bull. Camille spins as well. That Red Bull is Furious Appy, I believe. So yeah, Furious Appy's qualifying is well and truly over. Then we have MJB. Will MJB be able to do anything to beat our Tim in the Haas right at the front? Will Tim be able to do anything to beat himself? But we want to see MJB. Does he improve his lap time? Can he improve his lap times? He comes across the line. Does improve. 2/10 improvement is not enough. Race Thrower also improves by 2/10, but it's not enough. Actually, it is enough. He gets up to P5. Your boy Hobnob, P4 at the moment. Purple set to 3. He'll be happy with that. Then we have the Alpine Giro and the Mercedes right behind him. All these Mercedes-powered cars for 2025. But will we see them in 2024 being a quick lap time? Jens comes across the line. Does improve. Not enough. Race not MJB. Max improves. Gets behind his teammate. And Humph. Does he improve? I think he did. Tim improves even more, and he is very quick, up to P1 from another 10th. Then we have Camilo, who did spin and ruin his lap time. And then our final one will be Skull. And Skull has abandoned his lap time into the pit lane. So that is your qualifying over. It was a bit of a stressful one, but it's happened. Ellie did have a little spin. We didn't catch it on camera, don't you worry, Ellie. But we did hear you. We did hear it. We did see it on the map, and it was mentioned. I'm sorry about that. You were caught. I'm not sure what happened to you. I know it was in that chicane 22, 23, 24 complex. If you want to let us know, feel free. But that is qualifying well and truly over here in round 7 of CLR at Saudi Arabia Corniche Circuit. Tim, P1, followed by MJB, Reggie in the Williams. A shock, maybe a shock to some people. Some people might think that's a shock up in P3. I think it is just pure skill from the man from Brighton, I believe. I might be wrong. Ellie says she's channeling her inner Lance Stroll. Bless. I'm sure it wasn't too bad. I'm sure you managed it fairly well. Anyway, we will be getting in to what is it called? I've just converted. Oh, the actual race. That's what it's called. My brain not having a proper brain moment. There are all your exceeding track limits and a couple of corner cuttings and speeding in the pit lanes, which isn't the end of the world. But that is all your penalties for qualifying. Funny enough, there's a lot more than normal because it is quite a difficult track to stay on. And yeah, warnings do get thrown around like no tomorrow. For now, though, we're going to be getting ready for a lovely race start. I'm going to be waiting the 2 minutes of George Gamer, and you're going to have a minute 30 advert to have a little break. And so am I. But for now, as it looks like someone's readied up, because I can see communicating services, which normally means someone has readied up, which is not good news. I will just quickly check. Okay, no, we're not going to run an advert, because apparently the channel's actually done one for me. Thank you, Twitch. Does it look like anyone's had an invite? Rosh Hunter needs an invite. Wherever he may be. There he is. Yeah, I'm doing it. And we're waiting. It looks like we have managed to wait. We are waiting, and that is good news. We're going to be getting ready for qualifying. Oh, fuck's sake, shut up. Sorry, I don't swear. Sorry. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. That was bad. Anyway, everyone is wishing everyone some good luck in the Discord, which is what we like to see. We like to see everyone wishing each other luck. As we're getting ready now for the race and the formation app to get on the way here in Jeddah. I'm just trying to waffle because at the moment all we can see is a pit lane, and I'm hoping no one's still there because they should all be on that grid by now, getting ready for George Gamer to say, let's go. Let's go, everyone. Let's get ready to have this race well and truly on the way. Obviously, first of all, we have the formation app. I am just still waiting for the command from George to say let's go, or him to go who readied up early, because it's going to be one or the other. At the moment, I want to set a new Twitch goal, but I can't. Oh, start a new goal. There we go. Should we go for 100? There we go. No, doesn't want to do 100. Wants to do 85. I want to do 100. There we go. Start goal. 100. So, if you're not followed in the Twitch chat, drop a follow. We want to reach 100 followers. I want to say by the end of February. It might be a bit ambitious. Maybe by the end of January, February, March. If we can reach it by the end of March, I think we as CLR members, and especially the moderators and the owner, will be absolutely over the moon with that. By the looks of it, we have managed to wait that 2 minutes, and I think George Gamer will be soon enough sending the invite and the message to say, everyone, let's get going. Let's get cracking here at the Corniche circuit. And yeah, there he goes. George Gamer has given up the command to get going, and we will be getting going. So, let's get ready for the formation lap. And I want to see, 19 drivers fly around this very, very challenging track. So, let's have a look at some of my stats, shall we? Obviously, we went through at the start. We'll go over it again. Previous race winners, we have, obviously, the dominating Sleepy Sloth 9373, setting a what do they call it? The goal for everyone to meet and to beat, and that is winning 2 races at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, and he's won a lot more since then as well. We all know that he is a very quick driver. Will we ever see him return? That's a question for someone else to answer. He's quick. Is he quick enough on his return? We will find out shortly, as I'm sure, if he wants to return or not. For now, though, we're going to show you your current tyre status. Your current tyre status involves mediums for the entire field, apart from right at the back. That scarlet red Ferrari has decided he's going to risk everything at right at the back, P19, and chuck on a set of softs. That's interesting. We do like to see a split strategy. And, oh, that's me. Shush me. As we can see, Lemmy flying there. That is a very quick Ferrari. Obviously, he'll be flying off this start. We know he'll be flying off this start. He is in a Ferrari for a start. And he is in a very, 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 very quick compound compared to everyone else. And I said very a lot, but it is a very quick compound. Doesn't look like Rico's joined back. And I will just send him another invite just to make sure. I don't want him to miss out because obviously it's a good race. His first race, you don't want to miss out on your first race. As I just stop very briefly to have a quick sip of water and breathe as MJB decides to go for the P1 position during the formation lap. Well, good move, MJB, good move. As we are, whoa, that's a very quick corner. You don't realise how quick it is until you're off the actual car. When you're driving it, obviously I've driven for all this F1 game for God knows how many years, 10 maybe, and when you're in the car or on the T-cam, you don't realise how quick you're actually going. Like when we were riding off board with MJB there through turn 22, 3 and 24, he was rapid. He was there and he was gone again. So well, I'm sure we will see a lot of fast cars here today as MJB gets past the two disqualified Red Bull and V-Carb. But for now, we're going to be watching Psycho Lem as he comes around the final corner. He will round off our grid as he gets us ready to go on the way at the Jeddah Corniche circuit for, 25 laps here today. A lot of talking for me, a lot of racing for our drivers. Psycho Lemmy won't be our final one, as there's a couple of drivers right at the back still. It will probably be the Mercedes. So the Mercedes of Rico will line us up in P17. Psycho Lemmy will be our final driver on the grid, but we're going to be looking at the front. It is Tim, followed by MJB on that front row, staring towards the short distance, towards turn 1, as we're going to get ready as the 5 big red lights ignite the silence. Now it is 5 red lights, away we go for CLR as we fly towards turn 1. Tim with an absolutely spanking start, MJB staying behind. Race bar quite stationary throughout the entire pack at the moment. There's a couple of moves and I see a spin at the back, that's Bubba falling down the grid. Psycho Lemmy with an absolutely stinking start as well. Jens with a good start, jumping past Camilo. And Ellie as well with a good start, up to P7 from P11. Someone's retired at the back of the grid. Will we see a safety car early on? Possibly. At the moment, though, through Sector 1, everyone begins to calm down already a little bit, as it is very, very close still. That is Cyclone Lemmy up to P12, though. Very, very good start. And he's looking for another one. Round the outside of school, at the end of Sector 1. What does he make the move? He's already made the move. Up 8 positions, up to P11. Got the Williams ahead of him now. That's turn 13. In 13 turns, he's up 8 positions. Very, very quick. Top 4, though, haven't changed. That is MJB, right on the back of Tim, though. He's flying through turn, what is this now? 18, now 19. The DRS zone. Won't have DRS at the moment, but we're riding on board. He's looking to the inside, thinks better of it, and backs out, stays behind. Looking throughout the pack, looks fairly still at the moment. Everyone's beginning to space out just a little bit, but at the front, there is a little bit of movement. There is. Reggie has been overtaken by Captain. Unlucky for him, but he's playing the long game. And Captain doesn't want to play the long game. He wants to move up the field, and that is exactly what he's doing to P3 onto a podium position. At the back, though, 2 qualifying band drivers, Banana and Dino Stan, up to P13 and 14. Max tier dropped right down to P15. That is damage for a V-carb as well, and his teammate is only down in P16. Up at the mid of the pack, though, Ellie up to P7. Couple of changes across the field. I'm just missing them. I need to try and catch up with where the action is, and that is Humph on the inside of Racebrower through turn 4. So a lot of action. That is George Game. We're looking at the outside of Racebrower. But at the front, though, MJB and Tim have switched positions. MJB is at the front of our field now, and on the outside of Tim goes your boy Hobnob, but he thinks better of it. Tim locks up. Does Captain go to the inside? No, he does not. As we are riding off board, watching all off field go fast. It's a very nice camera angle there. But for now, Bubba is right at the back of the field with front wing damage. He's pretty much out of this race unless the luck falls his way. The rest of our field, all the way down to pretty much P15, down to Max tier, is covered in a DRS train. But right behind is who we have flying from position. Racebrower is looking on the back of that Mercedes car. Would he be looking for a move? No. He's flying though through the chicane, gets the extra grip, the extra traction in that kick Sauber. Will he look to the outside of turn 25? No, he doesn't. Now this little nick, turn 26 towards turn 27, the hairpin to the outside. Does Racebrower go for the move? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it and stays behind. On the traction though, does he manage it? Doesn't look like it. Up ahead, Tim. He's fallen down. Racebrower. That's not Racebrower, sorry. MJB gives him a squeeze. Looks like we're going 3 wide. Yes, we are. Tim on the inside. A little bit of a squeeze from the Haas car. Puts MJB up to P2. Captain in the McLaren gets the outside line through turn of 2 into 3. Keeps ahead of MJB. But that is Tim with a 3-second tyre penalty. That was for track limits. We said at the start, it is hard to keep it on track around here. And we have seen him. And there's Ellie as well at the back of the field. With a spin, turn 14. She said that she doesn't like this track. It's a love-hate relationship, and she's down to P15 as well now. I'm already losing my breath. Banana has pit. I'm showing her on front wing and having to change that. I am really struggling at the moment. I don't know why. I apologise. But MJB through turn 13 is right on the back of that McLaren car. He is flying. These front 3 are very quick. Reggie right behind as well, keeping up very well. Jens, he's managing to keep up. In chat, we do have Igor saying he is alive. Doesn't know what happened. He fell asleep and he wants McLaren to score good points. Of course he does, as one of the McLaren drivers. As one of the McLaren drivers actually gets past MJB. So MJB has been re-overtaken by your boy Hobnob. I feel like we see these two, MJB and Captain, always fighting for the lead. They do like to fight for a lead. And your boy Hobnob hasn't even won a race yet. It is between these two though, in the drivers, MJB and your boy Hobnob. They're currently covered by 1 point. MJB is the lead car. And he has got Tim, the Haas driver, on his inside through turn 27. He doesn't make the move. But Reggie, though, he'll make the move as he gets a proper squeeze. Just enough room to keep it on track. Does he have the straight line speed? No, he doesn't, as he shifts down to 7th down the straight. MJB, though, he has a straight line speed. Looks on the inside of his rival. Doesn't make it. As there's a spin. No, it's not. It's Humph. Goes off the track, 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, probably deserved because he did gain it, looks like a little bit of advantage. Does he return the position? Doesn't look like it, so that penalty probably will stand towards the end of this race. Jens, though, has been brought right back in. These front 4 fighting hammer and tong so far, and has brought Jens back to the back of this train. Camilo with a 3-second time penalty, dropping down for 1 position at the start of this race. Maybe 2. Racebrower looks to the outside. You saw the other TM Ferrari running wide through turn 12 to turn 13, though. The other Ferrari has been overtaken. Round the outside goes the man from the Netherlands, Set Racewell, up to P7. Good move from the Kick Sauber. His teammate down in P15, so he's waving the flag of a kick all by himself here tonight. Up to P7, so a good move. At the front, MJB wants that move back. As we go to the helicopter cam, we are flying towards the chicane. MJB makes the move well and truly before, as we see them literally bombing it through that chicane. Such a quick track, such a quick section of corners. Your boy Hobnob, though, isn't going to let that go so easily. He goes to the outside of turn 25. We go to turn 26. He has a DRS. MJB doesn't. MJB has to settle back for P2 once again. These two will be switching for a long time. But as we run back through our field, everyone is right behind the car in front of him until you get to Max Tier, who's in a field of his own. Then you have Ellie, who's gone just up the inside of 21, so a good move from her. But at the front, another good move. MJB and your boy Hobnob side by side through turn 3. That is a lot of action at the start of this race. They don't care. MJB wants the lead. So does your boy Hobnob. MJB is the one that comes out victorious, though. Through sector 1 now. That's another lead in this. Jens is out of this race. Jens Jordan Hall is out of the race once again in CLR. Through the chicane of turn 4 and 5 complex. He hits the inside wall. We've seen him do that before if you watch the CLR Twitch. Oh, sorry, the TikTok. And that is him out, and there's an out of safety car. Psycho Lemmy is the next driver to crash out, and you can see him there. The two drivers in the space of one sector are out of this race. It does bring out the safety car. It lets everyone relax a little bit, have a breather. Do they pit early though? Oh no. Oh no. Do they pit early is what I was saying, but the drama that everyone will probably be interested in seeing is if you saw at the front of the top of your screen, MJB has got to drive through penalty. This means for him, he will have to go into the pit lane and just drive through. He can't do anything to his car in the pit box. He just has to drive on through. He has to serve it within 3 laps, but he can't serve it on the yellow flag running, which is what we are under at the moment. So MJB's race has gone quite poorly down the drain. He might still pull into the pit lane along with the rest of the field because it is a safety car. It's a free pit stop. Do we see people pulling in? It looks like it. Everyone is coming into the pit lane by the looks of it. Yep, everyone is there. Does Skull bringing it in as well? Yes, they do. Everyone, apart from Dino Stan. So Dino Stan does not pit. Dino Stan is probably our only driver that won't pit, apart from the back cars. And even look, the back cars are pitting as well. But Dino Stan, P1. Probably one of the first times I think I actually remember of Dino Stan leading a CLR race. But he will lead it. Jens in chat says he hates this track, in the nicer way of him saying it. Same corner, it traumatizes him. Ellie in chat also says, goodness for the safety car. Another good start wasted by front wing damage of another car hitting me. I'm sorry, Ellie. I'm sorry. As 21 gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting during a safety car. So nice one there from the V-Carb driver. But at the moment, your race leader, Dino Stan 2011, is at the front. MJB isn't. He is not actually P2, because if I put it to penalties, you can see that big bold letters DT. That means drive through. He will have to serve that, or the game will disqualify him. So, yeah, he has to serve that. Even if he wants to get removed in the race, it doesn't get removed, because by the rules, if you serve the penalty during the race, the penalty stands. So MJB will have to serve that penalty. It doesn't mean his race is over. It just gives him a bit more of a challenge. Your boy Hobnob, the McLaren driver, he's going to be licking his lips. He'll be going, hold up, my championship rival at this current point is going to be at the back of the pack. But looking towards the rest of the field, you have the McLaren of your boy Hobnob. Then there's Reggie, that Williams, the Haas 21, that is Tim. He has dropped from pole position, humped up one position in the Mercedes to P6. He's the only driver that has pit and went on to hards, I believe. Mediums. The Roth Red Bulls also went on to mediums, but they're right at the back of the field. We're going to continue to look through our field, and you have Racebower, Camilu, George Gamer, Skull, Max Tier, as there he goes. 21, Ellie, as she runs off into the distance. Baba, Furious Appy, and Banana, who is just coming up to the back of this field. We're currently on lap 6 of 25. That means we have what? Quick maths, Callum. I think that's 15. No, 20. No. Oh, no, sorry, that's Dino Stan putting into the pit lane. Oh, I'm gutted for you, Dino Stan. But I'm trying to figure out how many laps you got left. 19 now, 18, as we're on lap 7. The Dino Stan, who didn't pit during the safety car, has pit now. He will drop to the back of this field. Will he be able to close back up, though? I'm sure he will, as he has a very quick pit stop by the Haas team, by the looks of it. And yes, it is very, very fast. Out, back onto the track. He won't lose too much time, as Banana also pits again. Does Banana go onto a different set of tyres? We will check. Goes onto the hards. So does Dino Stan. So that's interesting. That does leave Furious Appy and Humph, the only drivers left on mediums. Do we see people going to the end? Oh, what's just happened here? Humph jumping down 2 positions. That's interesting. Even more Skull jumping down as well. I'm just going to keep an eye on these lot, see what's happening as Humph gets back past George Gamer. Anyway, yeah, Humph and Furious Appy on mediums. They'll have to pit again. The rest of them on hards. It will be challenging to get to the end, for sure, but it is possible. And we probably will see it as Humph and Camilo are switching positions. And the front 2. These need to chill out a little bit. Stop changing positions throughout the qualifying lap. Not qualifying lap. It's the for safety car lap. As I quickly stopped to drink because my voice, if you can't hear, is very much going already. I'm going to quickly run a 30-second ad break. But for the rest of you that don't get the said 30-second ad break, we will continue with the commentary as we have about 30 seconds left of this this form lap. I have absolutely lost the plot, man. Absolutely lost the plot. It is a safety car lap. I'm assuming it will come in at the end of this lap. I don't know why I'm losing my brain at the moment. I'm trying my best, I promise. Yeah, sorry about that. I am going to continue to do my best as the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. The advert will finish in a little bit. It is 1 second. So if you just had an advert, welcome back to the stream. So the formation lap. It's not a formation lap, Cal. The safety car lap has been and gone. Lap 7, we will resume on lap 8 as we can see this hairpin. All your drivers forming up on that left side of your screen. The safety car on your right going into the pit lane. But there they are. As we are watching this hairpin, this is turn 27. Will we see MJB launch in a second? I assume so. As you see your entire field, that's a beautiful scene. That'll be a beautiful little camera shot. But there he goes. MJB is well and truly away. Your boy Hobnob on his tail. He knows he doesn't have to fight too hard because he has the advantage. But he still does. Of course he's going to fight hard. It's the McLaren driver. He goes to the inside, outside of turn 2. But he does stay behind. Reggie up to P3 though. At the back of the field, or the mid-pick of the field, Humph goes for a move on 21. And 21 has a little incident. 21 falls down the field, down to P14. Dino Stan and Banana both also pit for a wing change. So probably them two coming together to, at the back of the field, causing that damage between them both. So there we go. At this current point though, you have your boy Hobnob as your current net race leader. As we know, MJB does have to serve this drive-through penalty within the next 3 laps. So it'll either be lap 8, 9 or 10, or he'll be disqualified from this race, and that's not what you want to have. You don't want to have that. He's got 1 this season for crashing at the start-finish line, which obviously you don't want to get another one. It's not a nice thing to have. But Humph up past Skull. Skull says no. Skull goes to the outside as we are flying towards the turn 22. This chicane, side by side through the chicane. On the inside was the Mercedes driver. They both go off track. And it looks like Humph has come out ahead. But that was Skull. A little bit of a swipe on Ellie. And Ellie has lost the front wing again this race. Don't think that was her fault, really. She was on the inside. And that has been another wipe on that front wing of the Kick Sauber. The Red Bull Furious Appy dives down the inside, funnily enough. He wants that position. But also, MJB is horrible to see. We knew it was coming, but he is into the pit lane, serving a drive-through penalty. As you see, he's past his pit box. That is the Kick Sauber team coming out to serve Eddie. But MJB will be down to P12 with 21 and Ellie behind, pitting to front wings. And obviously Banana and Dino Stan pitting earlier on. But MJB, I do feel sorry for the man. He is in a title fight and he is now down in P12. He's still in the point scoring positions, just not as high as you would like. We're going to ride on board on the T-cam right above Reggie's head. No, we're not. We're now going to go and watch Reggie. He's currently 1.1 off of the lead. Can he keep up with him? Him being captain in the McLaren. He has to keep up with him if he wants to keep that possible race win on the table, on the cards. Humph, though, he's flying. He's up to P7. He jumps past Max Tier, who had a horrible start at Max Tier, up to P8 now. His teammate out of the race. Not sure if he's still in the chat, Jens, if he's still there. He might be gone off for a cry as he crashed into the wall. But Hump up to P7. A good recovery after his little bit of a drop back at the start of this race. Reggie, however, he has dropped down to P3. The hash driver of Tim is past. Reggie looks to the outside. He gets a little bit of a squeeze, though, from Tim. So Reggie's looking for a move. Tim doesn't want him to give him to him. But he has given your boy Hobnob a 1.8 second lead. We're going to ride on board with Reggie, as it looks like we're going to go 3 wide. Raceborough up to P2. Past both Reggie and Tim with a two-man overtake. But Tim has touched the back of the Kick Sauber and has lost his front wing. As we're going to go 3 wide towards turn 4. This can only end one way, which is normally a crash, as Tim has been pushed wide by Reggie. And yeah, Tim down to P5. George Gamer looks for a lovely move. George Gamer through turn like that was 6 there. That's a beautiful move from the Williams. Williams duo, P4 and 5 respectively, with the hash right behind with wing damage. Hunt will probably be looking for a move. No, he doesn't. He has to get past soon though, because that car is damaged. He doesn't want to have it in front of him. The Scarlet Red Ferrari of Camilo, who had a horrible start to his season so far, currently down near the bottom of the championship order in P18. Only scored points once, and that was in 8th position at the start of this race, this season, sorry. And yeah, he's just got a 3-second time penalty, so I've just jinxed him. Apologies for that. That is a safety car though, sorry, virtual safety car. We have another retiree in this race, and that is 21 through sector 1. Yeah, it looks like he's crashed out, and yeah, that has put him into the wall, out of the race, and MJB P11. But yeah, 21 out, and a virtual safety car has been called out. I get another break, which I need because my words seem to just not be coming out how I'm trying to say it. As you can probably could tell, it's absolute smack at the moment. 15 laps remaining. I'm going to try and be a bit better, as I'm going to quickly move my headset, as it's probably going to be screaming at me at the moment. Hopefully not. Anyway, DRS is back enabled, VSC is gone, and we are in green flag running once again. We are looking currently on board with Reggie up in P4. George Gamer right behind him. These two could be looking for a highest point scoring position for sure. If they work together well, it is definitely on the cards. But for now, Raceborough has got a 2.3 second gap to the lead, which is of your boy Hobnob in the McLaren. So Kick Sauber, Set Raceborough has a job to do, and he's also got a job to do of defending the Scarlet Red Ferrari behind him. Reggie, he's got to try and close up to these two. And here's George Gamer, who will probably give him a little bit of a helping hand. Tim, with the front wing damage, stayed out during the VSC. I'm surprised about that. It must not be bad enough. With his front right end plate completely sheared off, he must be able to just keep it going. It will be a lot of damage. He will feel it. Even if it's a little tap, he will feel it towards the end of this stint and from now onwards. He will struggle, but he doesn't look like he's struggling too much, which is what we like to see. George Gamer, though, he's definitely not struggling. He is a 3-time world champion. He is currently P6 in the standings, looking to improve. He's right behind his teammate, and his teammate, you could say at the moment, is holding him up just a little bit. Will George Gamer be looking for a move? Maybe, but I can see at my map, excuse me, as my voice is completely gone, Ellie is trying to make a move on the Red Bull. We're going to ride on board with the Kick Sauber. Does she look for a move towards turn 27? She might do. It's the hairpin. She looks to the inside, but it's too far back and doesn't go for it. Up ahead, we did miss it as I look back, but Tim is on the inside of the Williams driver. Is very close here. Hump is trying to stick his nose involved as well. Does he go for a stick his nose in? Of course he does. It's Hump in the Mercedes. He's a brave man. He does go for a move, and he does tap Reggie. Reggie goes off. Does probably get a little bit of a warning there, and he drops behind from P4 to P7. His teammate up to P4, reclaiming that position. Humph does return the position. Fair enough to Humph. Well played from him. He knows he gained the position off track, I believe, and he does return that to the Williams. He don't care though. He now has the chance to get it back again. If you return the position, of course, there's going to be no penalty coming your way because it's you've given it back in the way. The stuff you gained has been returned. So, after now, he's returned the position. He can very well, in his own right, take it back again. Through the chicane, turn 22. He's on the inside and he has passed. Very good move from him. Tim, you might have seen, got another 3-second time penalty on the back of our 3-time world champion. Up ahead, Camilo's got past race bar. You'd think these two might work together to try and close up on your boy Hobnob in the McLaren. But they're not. Your boy Hobnob, 3.4 seconds in the lead. His championship rival, P11 at the moment. So he's got a fairly healthy margin, you could say. Through our field, Maxter is in P8. He's the only Alpine remaining, as the other Alpine is crying in a wall somewhere. He has got Reggie ahead of him, who has just been overtaken by Humph in the Mercedes. Max still will be looking to get as many points out of this race as he physically can in P8. Will he be looking to get ahead? Of course he will. It's Max D. He knows he can make the positions and he will 100% be going for it. Up ahead though, will Camille be looking to gain up? Of course he will. Is he? No. He is losing a little bit of time at the moment. Your boy Hobnob is very quick in this McLaren. We've seen a McLaren round here quick before. As I said at the start, it is Sleepy Sloth. He is quick round here. When he won his first time, he was in the McLaren. When he won his second time, he was in the Williams. So, is that a good omen for the McLaren Williams cars? Possibly. An Alpine won on Friday tier in round 1. And this is the man you're looking at. And it is Race Bar. He was in the Alpine last season for Friday tier. And he's up in P3 at the moment. So he could possibly be winning a race once again. Jens is still crying in chat, obviously. As I stop to drink again, I don't like to stop and drink when I'm commentating, but my voice is really going and I'm losing my words. But at the moment, Raceborough goes round to the outside of turn 27. Does he make the move stick? No, he doesn't. Camilo has the better traction on the inside line. Right now, though, we're going on to lap 15 by the looks of it. Raceborough on the outside of Camilo, and yeah, he's passed quite easily up into the lead. Sorry, this is lap 14, not lap 15. The game has lied to me, but at the moment, as Humph falls into the pit lane, oh my god, something has gone up my nose. Ugh. Those medium tyres, he is off of them, and I think that's a nice fresh spanking set of hards, because I think he started on the mediums. Yep, so he had to switch onto the hards or the softs as he just cuts that little white line and clarts the wall quite aggressively as well. Jen says he's the engineer of the big boss now, whilst monitoring a football game, a stream, and the game. Monitoring a football game, a stream, and the game. What are you waffling, mate? What are you waffling, Jens? Tim, though, has just left the session. Our pole sitter and our race leader for a little bit has left the session. Humps will cut the corner again, as he looks to be a little bit struggling in at the back in P11 at the moment. But yeah, Tim is... He's gone. He's gone. He's out of the race at the moment. His AI will take over. The AI is very slow around here as MJB flies past his teammate at school, looking to gain a back up ahead, and he is gaining again. As Humph cuts the corner again. I'm not sure what he's doing. We're going to watch him for a little bit just to see what he is actually doing. As he gets multiple 3-second time penalties. But yeah, MJB has been let pass by school, trying to close up to the pack ahead of him, and Humph has done it again. I'm not sure. Whatever you're doing, Humph, if you're in the stream, try and not cut the corners as much as you are. Obviously, we don't like to see too many corner cutting on purpose. And he's not actually gaining too much time on the cars ahead as MJB is up to P8. He's a rocket ship at the moment as Humph is into the pit lane. And I'm assuming he's going to be retiring by the looks of it, which will be a shame. Or he's going to be going on for softs. No, he's going for a set of softs. So he's going to be right at the back. Ellie also pits. I'm assuming she'll be going into softs. There's 10 laps remaining. Will softs be able to go to the end? I think so. I think so. Softs will probably be able to go to the end of this race. She goes on to medium. Oh no, they are softs. I swear they are mediums. Anyway, she goes on to softs. She'll be going to the end of this race, I would assume. At the moment though, someone who will definitely be going to the end of this race is your boy Hobnob in the McLaren, up in P1. 5 seconds ahead of Camilo. And then he's got Raceborough right behind him. George Gamer, he's closing back up though. He's only 1.4 seconds off of these two ahead of him. Reggie's right behind, and Max Tier up to P6. So Max Tier, 0.2 tenths off of Reggie, right up behind, sorry, not 0.2 tenths, 2 tenths off of Reggie, 0.12 seconds. He is right behind. He's going to have 3 doses of DRS in an attempt to get past, as Race Bar flies past Camilo with DRS. Does Max Tit do the same on his one of his FIA members on the inside of turn 27? This could be a good move as we're heading towards the end of lap 15 in this Alpine car onto lap 16. Sorry, he flies around the outside. Reggie lets him pass, and that is a Max Tit in the Alpine up to P5, doing a lot better than his Alpine teammate, who is just crying in the wall, as we very much well know. Max Tit has got a P4, I believe. P2. Max Tit's best result is a P2, and that was at Mexico last year. As that is a Ferrari in the wall, and a VSC. We were too busy looking at the results of Max Tit. We come around the second chicane, and that was a Ferrari in the wall. Camilo out of this race. So he's another driver to suffer from the walls here in the Jeddah. And Race Bar up to P2. George Game has been promoted to P3. Max Tit promoted to P4. Reggie P5. MJB P6. Bubba P7. Skull P8. Tim, who actually isn't here, P9. It will be Dino Stan P10. Humph P11. Banana, who pulls out of the pit lane in P12. Ellie will end up in P13. And Furious Appy will end up in P14. That'll be our 5th retiree, Camilo. And the Ferraris, for a second week running, have a double DNF. That's not a nice statistic to have, but to the second week running, Ferrari double DNF. They have had an absolutely awful season between them both. Psycho Lemmy and Camilo have both been involved in many title fights, drivers and constructors before, but this season, neither of them will be involved in the fights. Maybe for Friday tier, but not in Thursday tier, as we go back to green flag running. Once again, there is not many laps remaining in this race here. Round 7 of Season 4. Thursday tier, CLR, Jeddah Corniche Circuit. How much else can I title this race? But your boy Hobnob wants to add his name to that title. Getting another win in CLR. Not in Thursday tier, I believe. Let's have a look, shall we? In Thursday tier before, your boy Hobnob hasn't... Oh, he has. No, he hasn't. Hasn't won a race. He's been on the podium a load. And even in this season hasn't won a race, as that is a Red Bull of Banana facing the wall, another driver to face the wall. Once again, this race, Banana in the wall, and he's not the only one. Obviously, we have a lot of drivers out of this race because they face the wall a bit too much. Max Tit still in P4, but who was I just talking about? Yeah, your boy Hobnob hasn't won a race ever Thursday tier. Friday tier, he's won quite a few, I believe, as he is one of our quickest drivers here in CLR. But here is his day. He is absolutely showing the field what he's got and what he'll bring for the future of this season. His titled fighter, defender, competition, as I am just waffling at this point, is in P6. So he's got a big point scoring hole ahead of his title competition. Whatever the word is, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, give me a break. I am very much tired and losing my voice at this point. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. A little bit fresher. I have my drink of squash. Reggie, right behind the Alpine of Max Tit, on towards lap. This is now 18 for the Williams driver. Does he look to the inside onto turn 1? He does have a little look, but doesn't commit to it. Obviously, it's been a little bit silly to commit to it. He's a little bit far back at this current point. You know what would be interesting at the moment is a end of race safety car. It would bring everyone back into contention for this race. You know, it would give Hobnob probably a bit more of a heartbeat than he has at the moment. Because at the moment, I'm sure he's quite relaxed. Although he does know you can't really relax here at Jeddah. Relaxing here at Jeddah normally ends up in a wall. So you need to keep that car on rails, and he very much is. He's been on rails since lap 1, and he's committed to those rails, unlike Jens, whose rails have clearly been blown up into the wall at turn 4. Humph has just set the purple lap time to his car even more on rails in the soft compounder tyres. We know they're the quickest, and you know he's quick anyway. So yeah, the Mercedes car is taking a very quick lap time. And that, what was that lap time? Should we have a quick look at that lap time? 1:30.6. He is flying in that Mercedes. Jens is in chat saying, stop, please, I was doing well. Jens, I'll give you that. You were doing very, very well, Jens. You were up in P4 or 5. It didn't help you drove into a wall when you're now going to finish P18. You did get a mega start. I think that was also caught on camera as well. But, yeah, the mega start you had is gone. Tim wants an invite back, as I've just seen from looking at the Discord. Is he online? Yep, he is. There you go. There you go, Tim. Get an invite back. He might be able to return, but Humph has just flown past him. He's quick enough to say it is. Jen's saying stop in chat. I apologise, Jens. You had a mega start, and I do believe I caught it on stream. It was a very, very good start. You just don't crash into the wall. Oh, here's the wall you crashed at. There's actually your skid mark. There's your skid mark, Jens. As we just saw Baba driving over it. At least you haven't mentioned the others so much. I didn't see. What do you mean the others, Jens? Humph with a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and then retires. I think his race has gone from bad to worse here today as he pulls into the pit lane and calls it quits here today. But who are we going to have a look at? Should we have a look at these two? Cough, cough, F1 livery reveal. What about it? What about it, Jens? What are you trying to imply? Oh, that is MJB on the back of Reggie. F1 flying, drifting. As he goes to the inside of the chicane, doesn't end normally well here. He does back out a little bit. Reggie keeps the position through the chicane. Max Tier's getting a little bit of breathing room, but MJB doesn't like breathing room. Will he look to the inside of Reggie in towards turn 27? No, he goes to the outside. Max Tier's pretty much covered him off though. Yellow flag in sector 2. Reggie gets the traction by the looks of it. Squeezes MJB into the outside wall of turn 27. He is now flying. Reggie, but so is MJB. He has a fight on his hand. Reggie's to the inside. Max Tier's going to box him in. Reggie, looks like these two working together a little bit. Or just unlucky for MJB, as Reggie is going to not get the traction and MJB is passed. He did put up a good fight though. MJB, P5. He's now got his sights set onto the Alpine car. Max Tier in P4. Then he'll be looking ahead to the George Gamer, but he has got to get past this Alpine car. The quicker Alpine car, the long-lasting Alpine car in P4 at this current point. Yeah, MJB we know though, he is a very, very, very quick car. Very, very, very quick driver. Even though he got the drive-through, it was unlucky for him. He's still in this race for sure. Still in the race for sure. Jen said there are some things you wanted to mention on the stream, you said. Oh, we'll keep that out of it, Jens. We'll keep that out of it for today. I think you've gone through enough for today's race. I just want to mention, though, just an honourable mention is Furious Appy. Furious Appy, as I said right at the start of this stream, he's quite a consistent driver. We know he's a consistent driver, and he is going to be probably getting another point scoring position for Red Bull here today. So, Furious Appy is not the quickest qualifying driver, and he's not the quickest racing driver, but he is a very, very consistent racing driver. And if you're consistent, you're going to score points. And that is what he is showing us here today. Furious Appy in P11, ahead of his teammate. And that is always what you're doing in Formula 1. Beat your teammate, you can come out of a race with a smile on your face. So Furious Appy, congratulations to you. Try and see if you can keep that position. As Jen says, thank you in chat, you're very much welcome. Max T has been done by MJB. He's now got a job to try and keep up. Or will he be able to use MJB? He could use MJB to his absolute advantage, because if MJB is quick enough, and we know he is, I don't know why I'm saying if, he is, MJB is going to be quick enough to close up on the back of that Williams car. He's already gained a little bit. Has he gone purple sector 1? No, he hasn't. But he will probably close up on the Williams car. The car he won't close up on, though, is going to be your boy Hobnob. He has showed absolute class. Absolute class here today. He is nearly 9 seconds in the lead as we see him go through the chicane. Planted still. That car has been quick since lap 1, turn 1. Since even qualifying. Since he came out of the garage here today, it's been quick. And he has kept it all the way through. I know there's 4 laps remaining, but I want to make sure everyone knows the class of your boy Hobnob, and that the class will continue to show. Or I've just jinxed him and he'll end up in the wall in this lap. But we will see in the minute. But what we might see is Reggie going for a move on a Max Tier, or even a Max Tier going for a move on MJB. MJB runs really, really wide on the outside of turn 27 there. Max Tier, does he have anything to give to get past, or does he even want to get anything to get past? Is he just going to stay behind? It looks like he is, and so is Reggie. So these two are definitely using MJB to get up towards the P3, the podium position, and that is a George Gamer ahead of them. Oh my gosh, my voice is actually going. I apologise. Oh, Max Tier goes. Max Tier is off. Max Tier is into the wall. We caught that on board as my voice was going, but we have caught that. Max Tier on the board on the Alpine car through Sector 1, loses it on the outside of what I believe is turn 8-9 complex. Max Tier touches the outside and drifts off the track. That drops him from P5 to P7 behind Reggie and Bubba. And it'll probably cook his tyres into a bunch of smithereens. And you can see he's already beginning to struggle a little bit, so the tyre wear on the Alpine is kicking in. Jens, his engineer, will probably be sitting there going, oh no, what's going on here? As anyway, we'll move off of Max Tier to let him focus at the end of this race, and we're going to look at MJB and Reggie. Reggie, 1.2 off of MJB. He's probably had to have quite a big lift when Max Tier skidded off onto towards the wall of lap turn 9, but he's only a little bit behind MJB. If George Gamer, well, even if MJB closes up to George Gamer, if MJB does close up the goal of George Gamer, we might see a little bit of teamwork and George Gamer trying to defend MJB so hard that Reggie gets closer back up. But there, goes back past Max Tier, past Bubba, up to P6 again. So he's gained a couple of positions back, that is 1. And he might gain a little bit on Reggie as well. If we have a look at penalties, there is a few around this grid. Ellie has 3, Skull has 3, and Reg has 3. So Max Tier has gained 2.8 seconds on Reggie, and he will end up in P5 at the end of this race. Skull, if he gets past Bubba, penalties are pushing back past behind Bubba again. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Skull can just bring his car to the end of this race. Ellie, down in P10. Her teammate, P2, so she should get the points. That's all she needs to do. Get a couple of points to kick Sauber. The P10, 3 second time penalty, won't affect her too much at the end of this race. And Tim is back. He is definitely back because his car has stopped being ghosted. 6 seconds worth of penalties. P13 though. He's 3 seconds off a banana. He's got to gain 9 seconds over the course of the next, 2-3 laps, and he will end up outscoring Banana and getting into the point scoring position. But that's a lot to ask from the Haas driver. So will we see him doing it? Possibly, but it's a lot to ask. Bubba though, he's just got past on Max Tier. So Bubba back ahead, he's drifting through turn 27, cutting back on the inside. Max Tier to the inside of the end of the lap. And he's on the inside, flying towards now turn 1. He's got the DRS. Bubba doesn't. He drops the back of the Alpine, try and get that toe. But sits behind. No, he doesn't. He looks the outside of turn 2. Sorry, the inside of turn 2, outside of turn 1. But stays behind for another lap. These two on the penultimate lap now. So it is all to play for. P6 or P7. It's the exciting bit of this race. MJB though, got the O-speed on the podium position. George Gamer to the inside is very close. MJB sticks it on the inside. George Gamer provides just enough room. And yeah, that is George Gamer staying ahead. Not for long though. MJB is absolutely flying. MJB knows that P3 is crucial for his championship title. His championship chances to try and keep up. He won't keep the lead, but he needs to try and keep up. He's currently got DRS. He's going to get it for another two times after this straight. But he might get past on this one right here, as we are going through the little kink of turn 25 into now this kink, turn 26. George is harvesting down this straight as MJB is ahead in towards turn 27. George Gamer will be the one to get DRS, I believe, as we go to the section point, as I think he will, on towards what will now be your final lap. George Gamer to the outside with DRS, using everything he's got, back onto the podium. MJB sticks behind, that is, I believe, Raceborough with a big lock-up. But across the grid, what we have left of action and fighting is MJB and George Gamer. Max Tier has pulled a lovely gap on the Bubba in the V-carb. 2 seconds. So that's very impressive from the Alpine driver. He suddenly just gained a huge amount of pace. So well done to the Alpine. Skull getting another 3-second time penalty. And Tim has actually got past Banana. And all he's got to do now is pull 6 seconds on him across the next lap and 1 sector. So it's a lot to ask. But if Banana makes a mistake, that could give Tim his first ever CLR points. But what we have to watch towards the end is these two fighting and your boy Hobnob winning by the looks of it. After a class performance, he will come across the line as his first CLR Thursday winner. But for now, MJB on the first DRS straight of this lap, he is flying behind George Gamer in towards the final chicane now. He's going to get the second dose of DRS. We're going to quickly jump to your boy Hobnob, who will win the race. The Britannia, I believe, will win for the first time in CLR across the line. Lap 25, race. Your boy Hobnob is in the lead. MJB though, round turn at 27, does get the lead off of George Gamer. George Gamer is going to give all he's got, everything that is left in this tank, to try and get back past MJB, but he doesn't. So George Gamer nearly drifts out, and that would have been a DSQ. George Gamer in P4, and that will end his qualifying and race in P4 with his teammate P5, Max Tier P6, Bubba P7, Skull will be P8, and then we have Dino Stan, who's 22 seconds behind in P9. Then we have, hold on, as I quickly just prepare the podium. Then we have Ellie, Tim, who actually gets past Furious Appy. On penalties, it doesn't matter, but there's a little bit of action at the end of this race. Will we see Furious Appy possibly again? Oh, no, we don't, as Furious Appy gets taken out. Furious Appy and Tim come together, and that is Furious Appy out, and yeah, 10-second time penalty for Tim. I don't think that was Tim making it on purpose, but yeah, that has put Furious Appy out of front wing and out of the points, so bless him. Furious Appy out of the points that I've said he will get, so I've jinxed him again. That was Dino Stan P9, Ellie P10, Banana will somehow get away with these Tim and Furious Appy crashing into each other and get P11. We watched Tim come across the line for P12, and then here comes your final driver, Furious Appy, for P13. But that is round 7, season 4, well and truly over for Thursday tier here tonight. Your winner was your boy Hobnob. Your driver of the day was your boy Hobnob. The game thinks it's Dino Stan. Obviously, he had a Quali ban up to P9 his recovery. But we will go to the podium, and due to your Britannian of your boy Hobnob winning, you will listen to the British national anthem when we have the podium celebration. We'll start it now, shall we? Oh, so that is it. That was round 7 of season 4, well and truly over. Congratulations to your boy Hobnob for the win here today. And who was P2 and 3? I think it was Racebauer and then MJB that rounded off your podium. So two Dutch and one Britannian on the podium here today. But yeah, that was it. An action-filled race. My voice was gone by like lap 4 or 5, so I apologise for that. In chat, we have Ellie saying recovery to P10 and fastest lap, 2 points, and she will happily take that. It's actually more than 2 points, Ellie. P10 in CLR, I think, is about 3 or 4 points, and the fastest lap will get you an extra point, so it's about 5. So congratulations, big recovery from you. Everyone else that joined in CLR chat today, thank you very much. We reached our 80 follower goal, and we had a very, very good time, if you don't ask me, or if you do ask me even. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night at Friday tier, which I believe will fly us over to Canada. But for next week in Thursday tier, which is obviously the one that all of you want to know about, we will have the fly over all the way to round 8 in Portugal. So all back to Europe again. You have Portugal, Belgium, Spain, and that will round off up to round 10, and that will round us up to halfway across our CLR Season 4 season. So we're getting there. We are getting there. Round 8 next time out will be Portugal. So we are well and truly getting through the season. Your boy Hobnob is your now Thursday leader of the championship. Did McLaren keep the lead? I need to do the maths. And if you want to find out, tune in to the CLR Discord. It is in our bio. If you want to catch up with any of the highlights, make sure you go to the CLR TikTok. And if you want to watch the stream back, you can have 2 weeks to watch it on Twitch. Otherwise, you want to catch back up, you can tune into the YouTube. Obviously, if you're watching the TikToks, make sure you drop a follow on TikTok. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Other than that, we will see you tomorrow night in Canada for CLR Friday, and that has been me for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.